Hello everyone! Good day everyone! Happy Sunday! Thank you so much for being here with me today. Please tell me where you're watching this from. Welcome everyone that is new to MONII. Today we have a very special guest, and she's inspiration to all the Portuguese female in Portugal, basically, Susana António. She will be here, and she's here now. She'll be joining us to talk about an amazing project that is actually a project that we call Grandma Come to Work. And before I actually start speaking to her, I would like to really just say thank you, first of all, to all our guests, and special to Gavin Neat from last Sunday that we had. Thank you for him to actually inspiration speech and for all the support. And today we have Susana. She's a co-founder and designer of this beautiful project. Susana, how are you today?
Oh, hello. I'm so happy and thrilled to be here talking about grandmas.
Exactly. Thank you so much, first of all, for your time and for actually accepting to be here, because I know you are so famous and so international as well. So we want to hear more about your story as well. How is things in Lisbon today? Everything okay? Everyone is doing all right? You're very busy. I can hear lots of noise there.
Yes.
Is everything okay? Can you hear me properly?
No.
You can't. Can you hear me now? Or is that okay? Let me see. Okay, I think let me try again to make sure we can bring Susana again into the camera. I think she was having some technical problems. Let me bring her again. So Susana, shall we try again? Can you just say hi to me again, just in case? Let's see. Okay, can you say hello to me again, Susana? Let me see if we'll be able to do that. Hello, everyone. I can see that. So, Susana, can you actually, let's try again and see if you'll be able to, he's connecting. Okay.
Hello.
You're here now. Excellent.
Yeah. So finally, I can hear well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So basically, let's start, because I'm very curious about what you have in your arm. You have a tattoo that says "World is beautiful," right? So tell us a bit more of your story. Go on.
So actually, I grew with my grandma till I was 6 because my parents had to work. So instead of going to daycare, I stayed with my grandparents, which was, I would say, very important for the person who I am today. So I was always surrounded by these grandma's love and these people that have really knowledge and wisdom, and they live time differently. So that made me who Susanna is today.
Wow.
And then while I was growing, I decided to be working in the arts, be creative. I did design, and I always wanted to work with communities and especially with elderly people. And when I got my first grant to create the hub that I have, I tattooed in my arm all this beautiful.
Wow, that's good. So you decided to start this project, yeah, Avó Veio Trabalhar, Grandma Come to Work, because of your grandmother? So why? What was
Yes.
the reason?
So actually, the story is a bit more complex. I was doing design at the Fine Arts University in Portugal, and then I did 1 year in Milan at the Politecnico, so the mecca of design. And when I entered there, I was amazed by everything, all of the brands, all of you could breathe design everywhere in every street.
Yeah.
Uh, but after a while, I started realizing that sometimes design is something that you put in a piece or in an event to make it more expensive or not so accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
So, and I've been reading Munari and other designers in the beginning, and they really wanted to work for people, and not for
Mm.
people with a lot of money. So I came back. I didn't want to be a designer anymore. I was like really sad, and I started volunteering in a day center, and then in a
Mm.
nursing home,
Yeah.
and that's where I found out creativity could mix, and I could really do these kind of things of empowering people through creativity.
Yeah.
And I was very young, I was 21, and I realized that this was what I wanted to do. And I knew right away that this was meant to be.
Fantastic. So what type of activities you run in there then? What type of activities you do?
Oh, so in the beginning was very, very simple. So we had an open door, and people would come and do embroidery, they would knit, they would do crochet. But actually, 6 years have passed that we have started the project, and now everything happens inside. So we do from handmade creative objects, so like the
Mm.
traditional things, but always with a twist. We do silk
Mm.
screening, we do photo shoots, we do videos. So what happens
Wow.
is that we try to capitalize all of the talent that grandmas have, all of the beauty, all of their life stories. So every day is a different day here.
That's amazing. You couldn't be more creative than that, really. So it's beautiful. So I want to understand why it's just grandmom and not
Mm,
grandparents. Why you didn't put like a title like grandparents come to work,
yeah.
or is that
So
difficult to engage grandfathers into the
yeah,
activity?
first it's difficult to engage grandfathers, but then also Portuguese language is not so easy. So the name in Portuguese is Avó Veio Trabalhar.
Yeah.
If it was grandparents, would be os avós vieram trabalhar. So it's
Yes.
very much harder to say it. And actually, the project is open to both men and women. And we already had 4 men with us in the beginning, and they would
Oh.
do kind of tapestries and a bit of more manly activity, not sewing
Mm.
on the machine and stuff. But what happens is that there's normally more women than men
Yes.
when people retire. And also, men don't engage so much in activity, so they're kind of more of lonely ones.
Oh.
So they would come, but they would not commit as much. And then what happened was that our grandmas are so empowered, crazy, fun, so much energy that they were a bit pushed away. They felt that they were not able to compete with so much energy, and bit by bit they started to
Wow.
leave.
I can
But
see.
I also have to say that they started to leave because in the beginning we had a very, very small space. If it was today that we have a bigger space and they could like work in a more neutral area, I think they would still be with us.
That's beautiful. Can you share some of the fears actually you had when you started this project? Because it's not easy to be an entrepreneur or to actually set up a new project from scratch, especially when you cannot see anything happening, right? And you need all your energy, determination. What type of fears you had, you and Angelo, because he's your co-founder, right?
Yeah, so
Your business
Grand
partner.
Market Work is funded by the two of us, but actually the concept I started in 2004. Um, and the fears I have, they became true because what happened is that people didn't realize what was social design at the time, and so it was very difficult to start off and to start making workshops or experience with the elderly people, and people would not understand. They would say, but are you a social worker or are you a
Mm,
volunteer? They would not see it as a profession. And
yeah.
one of my biggest fears, actually, I'm kind of a family girl, and I really want to make my mom and dad proud. And my fear was they would never be proud of me because professionally was very difficult to start with. And actually, they didn't understand it in the beginning. So
Yeah,
I feel really proud that today you don't have to explain what it is. People
that's
already know it.
right. That's beautiful. Because I have to say to you that this must be one of the shares that really the fears that people have, entrepreneurs, when they started, is, they need to have the determination, isn't it? Make sure they are determined to just follow up and just follow their heart, really. Is there anything you want to say to people that are actually starting
Yeah,
new
I think
projects?
you have to be very resilient, and I'm one of I'm very lucky because I think life gave me a certain what I wanted to do. So it's kind of a leap of faith. I didn't know if it would work,
Yeah.
but I knew I had to follow that path, and I feel a faith inside of me that I
Mm-hmm.
just have to do it, and to have this sureness, it's something very important, and I think it makes you a bit humble
Yeah.
because it was pure luck. And for the entrepreneurs, where I say that you really need to commit, but
Mm-hmm.
especially you need to keep going, kind of just push through all of the things and be aware that things will take much longer than what you think, because
Yeah.
today the project has 6 years, but I started in 2004. So
Yes.
you
It
can
was a
see how
long, long
long
journey, isn't it?
roads,
I
yeah.
know.
And
And I know that you have a surprise for us as well towards the end, that you're going to show us the
yes.
space and we're going to meet our grandmom. So please make sure you stay with us till the end, because Susanna is going to put us in contact with grandmothers. And Susanna, I know Portugal has one of the oldest population in Europe, right? So it's almost, I think, 21% of the population is over 65 years old. And
Yeah.
it's a struggle as well, just to think that our society thinks that we cannot just do anything else and engage in society when we reach that age. What would you say, and what you think that there is more to be done in terms of, the governments and, even in Portugal? What type of message you want to leave and to say towards that?
Actually, it's funny because we all think of aging population as a problem, but instead it's something very good because it means people don't die as much. It means medicine has been working, so people live longer. So living longer, it means that a country is well developed. And then we say that, okay, but now we have a problem because everybody's old. So I would say that it's just the glass half full or half empty. Aging is not a problem. It's a problem when society doesn't find a place for old people. If you
Absolutely.
say a retired person is 65, I would say 40 or 50 years ago, at 65, you had one foot in the grave. So the work was very physical. People would age really fast. At 65, you were really a grandma, like really, really
Mm,
old.
mm.
Today at 65, it's almost me. I'm 41. So in a blink, I'll be 65.
Exactly,
And people
exactly.
have the energy. They've been studying and working for 30 years. So like they are like the experts of experts in something. And then
Absolutely.
society says, okay, now it's over. And I think that this is the shift. So we have a saying here in the project, which is old is the new gold. Uh,
Yeah,
and I
exactly.
would say this age group actually it's gold and precious for a society,
Yeah.
and in a society also that says time is money. If you think a little bit, who has all the time in the world? So
Mm,
old
absolutely.
people are the richest. We just have to monetize that time.
Absolutely. And can you imagine? It's such a bless. Look, to reach to that age, we will be blessed,
Yeah.
because it means that we lived so long and we have all this experience to share, all the different skills to actually and talents to share with each other. So definitely society needs to do more about it and
Yeah,
open up, isn't it? That's right.
yeah.
Can you tell us what is actually your today's fear? Because I know that it's not being easy. We are living in
Mhm.
a very challenging times. COVID is here. And
Yes.
you guys, I know Portugal, now this weekend, and I've been like 2 weekends, you cannot leave after a certain
Yeah.
time as well. It's been really tough. What is actually your today's fear towards your project, towards, the things you're doing now?
So for us, the big challenge is that people come to the project to be together. So we are really a very tight community. And when grandmas arrive with depression and a bit of dementia because they lost their husbands or they went to retire, then they don't work anymore, so don't have a schedule, don't have an objective to get up in the morning. It's being together that makes it possible to empower them and to make them feel well and better.
Yeah.
And when you cannot be together, it makes it much more difficult because
Mm,
calling or video chatting is really not the same. You have
no.
to live together and spend time together. And so one of my fears is that all of the progress that the grandmas made in these 6 years, so they are really actually younger. Sometimes we travel and then we ask like the ID card to enter a hotel, and we are always playing that the pictures is the grandma of the grandmas. They are younger now than when they did the ID card.
Mm,
uh, because they are happier. They do new
of
experiences. They
course, yes.
they love themselves. And if they stop coming, I'm really afraid that they will go back to where they were before.
Yeah.
Um, and actually, we have one of our grandmas that died not of COVID, but in COVID time of sadness because
I'm so
she came,
sorry.
yeah, she came every day, Idemia. She came every day to the project. She lived nearby, and
Mm-hmm.
she would say to the doctor, "Oh, I'm going to work."
Oh,
And
bless her.
what happened was during quarantine, she could not leave her house, and
Yeah.
she got really sad. And she had
Oh,
anemia already, so she
oh,
stopped eating. Yeah. So this is something that for people who are watching, I really want everybody to be aware that time for elderly it's not the same.
it's not the same.
While we can say everything will be good next year, we're going vacation. Some of them won't have next year.
Yeah,
So sometimes it's hard to ask them to stay at home and to stop living because
yeah,
they have a time clock.
absolutely.
So I'm not able to tell that to my grandmas. The only thing I say it's like take care of yourself.
Yeah, yeah,
Have all of the securities you are able to have,
yeah.
but leave your home. Go and have some sun. Go and be with the friends.
Yeah, the social part is so important, Susanna.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
been important for our mental health, no matter what age you have, and special more for the age group we're talking about, over 65, because
yeah,
sometimes so many people do not actually have a member family living with them. They're living by themselves. And COVID definitely is not being easy. It's not being easy for
no,
them. So you guys have been traveling before to many other countries, I know. So tell me
yes.
more about that because that is really exciting.
Oh,
Tell
that's
me
amazing. So,
before
whenever
COVID, of course.
before COVID,
That's
whenever we have an opportunity, we take projects or work outside of Lisbon. So it permits us to travel together. And Wider is doing a workshop for a music festival or the two trips that we did. So we went to Madrid to receive an award from the Bienal Ibero-American of Design, and
wow,
we
yes,
so we got the
congratulations.
message on email, and then we said no, we have to go and receive this award. So we went
Fantastic.
with a group of grannies. We didn't have a lot of money, so it stayed all in a hostel, so with the rooms
Wow.
like with the
Yes, can
bunk beds and
imagine.
everything.
Lovely. Yeah.
And sometimes these experiences they are the ones that you will never forget. So for them was very new. Like people, we have grannies with 60 something that went, but we already also had grannies with 80 something that went with us.
Wow.
So the experience of being in a hotel with other persons, you know, mixed in the same rooms, and like all of youngs traveling for all over the world was amazing. Was like
Amazing,
super funny.
amazing. It's great.
The other one,
Yeah, go
the other
ahead.
one was 2 years ago. We went to Dutch Design Week, so we went
Mm.
to expose our work, and then we were for 10 days we were working at the exhibition, so people would see what they do. And we also went with a group of 9, and we had the blast. It was like it's kind of
Wow.
you know, when students go and travel after the year is over, it's the same
Exactly. After,
feeling, you know.
yeah,
We are
yeah.
just kids having fun.
Absolutely. We're just human beings. And that is the thing of it, isn't it? No
Yeah,
matter what age we are just human beings. We like to have fun. We like to have and receive love. And it's all
yeah,
that. So tell me one thing. So when you actually doing all these products and doing the activities, so you sell your products, you open your house to the public. So grandmoms, they have contact with young people and other public. Yes. So
yeah.
what actually was actually the first fear they had when they actually had to meet a young person? Can you imagine? Because it was a complete different age group. What was interaction? What can you tell us about that?
Well, actually, what really works is that so we have a space with a window,
You're
and
going to
before
show
we
us
were,
in a minute. You're going to show us
yeah.
in a minute your space, definitely. Yeah.
But before we were in this place, we were in a very trendy place of Lisbon, very gentrified,
Mm.
with all of these new crazy shops and bars and stuff. But because we have the window, we were kind of dating the neighbors, you know.
I
They would come
see.
and
What are
look
you
the
doing?
grandmas. They would
Mm.
enter and ask what they're doing. Then the
Yeah.
grandmas would look around, so this relationship of trust started to build. So they were never very much afraid of the younger generations.
Excellent. So it was really
Yeah,
nice, very welcome. And I'm sure as well, some of the grandmothers, they might have grandchildren already, if
yeah.
they have a big family, of course, some they didn't. So that's great. So how many grandmoms you have at the moment?
So I have 70 grandmas that are with us, but I would say that the group that comes every week that is really full on is around 35, 38.
Wow, that's quite a lot. So congratulations on
Yeah,
that. It's amazing. How do you
big
recruit
family.
grandmoms? Yeah, how do you
Huh?
how do you recruit them? Because I'm quite
Hmm.
curious. How they is anyone over 60 can come to your project and
Yes.
say, oh, can I come in? Can I join in? Yeah, how what they need to
So
do?
it's very easy. Normally, when people come, we just say, look, you should come one or twice to the space during the afternoon just to feel if you like the space, if you like what we do, if you like the other grannies. And then if you still want to come, you just come. So it's free. They are free to
Nice.
come whenever they want. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing we asked before COVID was that they would come once a week. So we would
Mm-hmm.
like get this community
Yeah.
going. And then when they come, they're not obliged of anything. So they participate in the projects that we have. If they
Mm-hmm.
come one day that they feel tired, or if they feel sad, that they just want to chat and don't want to work, that's also okay.
That's good. That's good.
And I
So,
think this is one of the key points, that it's freedom, you know, because normally projects with elderly people, you have a lot of rules. And here is
that's
kind of a second home. This home is theirs, and it's
lovely.
free, and they do whatever they want.
That's awesome. What a bless because they feel really welcome and they feel at home, right? That's
Yeah.
good. So how do you get your funding? Is that you how do you actually manage to be alive today? How do you
Yeah.
actually get the money to support your project?
Actually, today we are in a bit of a pickle with COVID, because we were funded in the beginning. So to kick off the project, we were funded in the first years. The
Mm,
2 last years we were self-sustained. So what we decided to do is that our business model, everything that we make inside, we try to capitalize to sell it. So either it is a handmade product with our collections that people
Yeah.
can buy in our shop,
Yes.
or either a brand or someone that comes that wants a specific thing. If it is handmade, we can do it. So we made like these gigantic paper flowers for a dinner at Cannes Festival. Now
Mm.
we are making these Milka blankets so the chocolate brand could give this Milka to famous people now during
Wow.
Christmas.
Oh, that's
Uh,
good. So there is
we
always a sponsor that they can approach you and say, "I've got this product, and can you just work on this for us?"
Yeah,
And we pay
I would
you.
say it's not a sponsor, it's a client.
Is
So
a
it's
client.
it's kind of, we have a design team inside, which is me and Angela and the grandmas, and we can handmade and we can design or an event
Wow.
or a workshop or team building activity, whatever the client needs. And
Lovely.
what's less lovely is that it's amazing to be self-sustained. I'm really proud of that. But with COVID, we lost
Affect you.
90% of our clients, and so, and we
So
have a big
nice.
space that we rent, and now it's getting really difficult. We are picking up, but
What are you
seven
doing?
months.
What are you
So
doing?
now we have a crowdfunding going on in
Right.
PPL, so people
Mm.
can help us. And we are picking up with the clients, but we have to rush of 7 months that we were closed. So this is a bit
Definitely.
the trouble now.
Yes. So if people wants to reach you and to get and buy some of your products, they can actually go through your website, Avó Veio
Yes.
Trabalhar,
No,
and
I can write it here also.
yeah, you can write
It's
that and to make sure people are aware and can check out Avó Veio Trabalhar, Grandmom Come to Work products because they are amazing handmade products that everyone can check for
so
this Christmas. Yes.
in the site you can go and see our shop, and
Lovely. I
if you
see that.
go and if you go in our Instagram, you can have our crowdfunding. And
Yeah.
Instagram, it's Avó Veio Trabalhar. So I will write
Okay.
it because it's difficult.
Excellent. Thank you so much because I'm sure people would like to have a look and see the all the products you guys doing. Susanna, a more personal question I want to
Yes.
ask you really. So, when you get to be over 60, what type of grandmother do you want to be? I'm very curious
Oh
now.
my God,
Give me
I want
some.
to be. Do you see those old ladies that really want to still make up, but they like don't see as much without the glasses, so there's a bit of shadow out. I really want to be a grandma like that, like really bling bling, proud of my wrinkles, proud of myself, that refuse to stay at home. A bit of a crazy lady that talks to everybody. I'm already like that, but I imagine I will be even more. um, and I want to keep challenging myself and do new things, because when we age, we start only looking back, and I think we have to look forward to the future.
Absolutely.
Even if you're 30, 80, or 90 years old, you have to see the future. It doesn't matter if it's 10 years, a week, or one day. Looking back is it's not the way.
No,
Um,
we need to look
so
forward.
yes, that's it. And I would say if you have like grandmas or grandpas or even dads who are a bit getting in retirement, help them to look forward. Because we can only grow when we challenge ourselves. And it's very important to challenge old people. It's the same with kids. Now I have a baby, and as a mom, you really
Congratulations.
want to protect it. No, you want like to
Yeah,
make it like nothing happens. But if you protect too much, they will not grow and be amazing people. So you have
absolutely.
to keep challenging them. And I think we should do with elderly people the same we do with kids, like error and trial. Go and do it. Go forward. Go.
Absolutely. And don't give up on them. make sure that you can always challenge a little bit, and let them to be themselves, because sometimes people, they're always on top of people because they don't allow sometimes human beings to just be. And
Yeah.
that's important, to let them as well, create their own things, right?
Yeah.
Susana, who is your biggest inspiration?
My grandma, who's not with us anymore, but she's my biggest inspiration.
I could see that coming, because this is why your project is here. This is why you are the amazing woman you are in Lisbon. Susana, I can't wait for you to show us now all around your fabulous studio as well, your room, really, your place. And I want to make sure you tell us who I can talk to, which grandmother I can talk to. Show us
Okay.
around, please.
So
Speak
I will
soon.
show the project now and the grandmas. Before, I would show you a bit around and a bit of products, like really fast. And
Yes.
then you can talk to the grandmas. Grandmas are Avó Fernanda.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
And then it's Avó Maria.
Okay.
Avó Maria, so you know who it is the one with the glasses, okay?
Okay, excellent, Maria. Thank you,
And
Susana.
and
Will
Avó
Fernanda.
Fernanda, it's kind of our diva.
Hey, fantastic.
So
So,
I will show you the
Maria, she
space.
has the glasses, yeah?
Yeah, I
Okay,
will show you the
thanks.
space. I hope you guys like it.
I'm sure we love
And
it.
imagine that before COVID, this was always full of people,
Cool. I
young and
know.
old, both.
What an amazing place. Just show us there. Wow, I
So,
can see. Yeah. So I can see the
so
window, that you've got a
yeah, so
window
this
to
is
the
the big
public.
window
Mm-hmm.
and the entrance.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So
And
people
actually,
come the door.
when you enter, you see our first grandma, which is Rosario. And for
Mm.
the ones who don't speak Portuguese, it says, "Watch out with grandma." So
Because
be
they're on the
careful.
place. Yes.
So this actually is our Christmas shop with some of the things that we do. And this is the
Lovely.
space in which
Yes.
we work.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this is always full of a lot of things. This is one of the grandmas having a Christmas picture, eating
Wow, yes.
sushi.
Uh-huh. Wow.
This actually is a jacket we did for a project called Drink and Draw. So
Oh,
the
that's
grandmas,
beautiful. Oh, yes,
yeah,
I've heard about this project. Very good
they
as well.
embroidered everything.
That's awesome.
Angelo, Angelo. And so here are the
Wow.
objects.
Yes. So this is
So you can
object
see
for
that we
sale.
make with them. Yeah, they're all for
Yes.
sale. They're always, so these are some of the kits that we have for Christmas. They always have the picture of the person who makes it, which is
Yeah. So
something very important to us.
personal. Yes,
Yeah,
personalized.
so
Yeah.
personalized, but
Yeah.
also for them to be proud of what they're doing.
Yes, of course.
So this is
Wow.
cyanotypia, a new technique we taught them,
So
and
they are
something.
always learning new techniques, isn't it?
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
they might be very good at a specific thing, but you actually always teaching new things and to be always modern. That's
Yes,
awesome.
yes. And then some of the grandmas teach the other ones, which is also very funny.
So good, so good.
This is something we are very proud. We do a lot of workshops
Yeah,
of embroidery in photography. We are working with Airbnb with this.
yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, and then we always do campaigns with the grandmas. So they are kind of the RPs of the collections.
Wow, yes.
And we kind of play a bit of dress up because we really want to show this notion of aging and happiness. We
Fantastic.
we really want to show that age is something that can be fun and they should be proud of.
Absolutely.
So
I just
there are
want to
more.
say to our audience, if you are watching, please, if you have any questions that you'd like me to ask our audience,
So
all the grandmoms, please just write in there. That would be really nice. Thank you. Go
so I
on.
will show now Avó Fernanda.
Oh, yes.
Avó Fernanda.
Olá, avó Fernanda, tudo
Tem que
bem?
pôr isso aí no ouvido. Ponha assim no ouvidinho. She's trying to put the piece.
Olá, avó Fernanda, está-me a ouvir?
Está a ouvir, Fernanda? Segure, pode segurar.
Olá,
Está a
avó
ouvir?
Fernanda, está boa?
Olá!
Olá, está tudo
Olá,
bem?
boa tarde!
Boa tarde, então como é que
Pode
está?
estirar.
Está tudo bem?
Está tudo
Tem que
bem?
olhar para
Então
aqui.
Está
o que é
tudo ótimo!
tão bom? O que é que está a fazer hoje? Conte lá.
Hoje estamos aqui a fazer uma participação nas mantas. São as mantas
Ah,
que estão para sair e a gente está aqui na tarefa, a fazer
muito
essas
bem.
mantazinhas.
Sim,
E
senhora.
os desenhos para os aventais, com desenhos para os aventais, assim uma coisa muito engraçada.
Que espetáculo. Sim, senhora, gostei muito de falar consigo. Muito obrigada aqui de Londres. Beijinhos.
Agora,
Tchau, beijinhos.
Beijinhos.
now I'm going to show you Maria, the other
Yeah.
grandma who's working.
Just want
Maria.
to say, I just want to say to people, I was just asking Avó Fernanda first to say if everything was okay, if she was good, and she was just showing what she was doing. So I'm going to speak to another grandmother now. Go on. Olá, Avó Maria, tudo bem? It's fine, Susana. I know she's busy. All good.
Yeah. So they are very busy.
I know. It's so nice to see them actually working and engaged in there. That's awesome. I think you have a wonderful project. We have so much to learn from everything you guys doing there, and I think all around the world really, because sometimes we feel that age is just is something that is an obstacle, and you cannot just progress, you cannot do anymore, and we can do so much more. We can learn so much from each other, right?
Yeah. I would say that if I can leave a note is that age actually is a superpower. You just have to unleash it.
Exactly. Thank you so much. You want to leave the three takeaways from today to people? Is anything like the three? So you can leave that one. And do you want to leave
Yeah.
another two if you want?
Yes. So one, I would say that keep challenging yourself. So don't let yourself be stuck in a model that you already know and you are comfortable with. Really try to have the butterflies in your stomach, do something that makes you scared, because when you are scared, you will realize that you are much more than what you think. And when you realize that, the other ones will realize it also.
Absolutely.
And the last one, this is especially for, well, I would say I've heard this a lot as an entrepreneur and young girl was trying in the profession a lot, is that sometimes don't listen to others. They might know many things, but you are the only one that knows your heart.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Susanna, I've got here someone that says, is a question, if you can actually show your face masks, please.
Oh, yes, of course.
Because I know Grandmothers has been doing that, so it's really good.
Yeah, so actually I will show you mine. It's one.
Yes.
Ângelo, temos aí algumas das nossas máscaras.
So that is one of the products, right?
And they are whole hand painted by
Wow.
oh my yeah.
Wow. That's
So
very nice.
If you go to our shop,
Yes.
you can see all of the colors. They are all unique.
Fantastic. Susanna, thank you so much. It's been really a pleasure. And I'm so grateful for this moment.
What's amazing, and I will leave you just with one of our last also postcards.
Oh, this is the new young. Absolutely. As we're getting old, I think I'm still young and I'm going to be younger and younger. And you too, yeah. Everyone.
Young at heart.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this time.
It was a big pleasure.
So much grateful. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for today. It's been beautiful, and keep actually sharing our videos. Keep actually sharing Susanna's message, because as well is good, and all other our guests as well before. I'll see you in 2 weeks time with another guest from another country, and keep and be kind to everyone. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you guys. Bye.